Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1038, and today's topic is uh, global carbon and climate change. Why we are all talking of carbon? So let me come and tell about this carbon. Actually, carbon is having two roles on this planet. First, carbon is the fundamental of life. Without carbon, life is not possible. Carbon is the part of our cell. Carbon is the part of our protoplasm, nucleic acid. Carbon is the part of our food chain, carbohydrate, protein, cellulose, all these materials, all the living biological process, everywhere there is involvement of carbon. So carbon is very, very important for our life. And carbon, if I say carbon, on this earth, there are two types of carbon. One carbon which is inert, inactive, which has no role, that is in the form of rock, in the form of stone, raw material, rocky material, carbonate. They are inert and they are not active even for thousands of years. But the other type of carbon, which are active and taking part in biological process, also converting carbon, combining with oxygen, that becomes carbon dioxide. Carbon which is combining with hydrogen, that becomes hydrocarbon in the form of methane, petroleum crude oil. The same carbon, when it is combining with other atoms, it is giving some different type of substances like algae, microorganisms, and some microorganisms, they are good, means beneficial, and some are not beneficial, they are toxic. The same carbon with oxygen, it is dissolved in water, so it is playing their role. And the same carbon dioxide gas, once it is present in the atmosphere, it is responsible of heating the planet, Earth. So this carbon is having lot of role. And why carbon is playing such role? And you know that periodic table is having 119 elements, out of which there is one element, carbon. And if you remove carbon, there are 118 elements. And if these elements put on both sides, the weightage of carbon is more than 118 elements of periodic table. So why carbon is so important for climate, weather, our life, environment, biological process, food chain, everywhere? Because of its unique property. And others, these 118 elements, they don't have that unique property. And that unique property is that carbon can form long chain with stable bonding. And other elements, 118, they don't have that property of forming long chain with strong bond. There are some elements, they can form long chain, but those bonding will be very poor. Like boron and silicon, they can also form long chain, but they will not be strong. The strongest carbon-carbon bond, that is in diamond. So carbon is for luxury also. If it is purest form of carbon, it is called diamond. And if it is single layer of carbon, it is called graphene. The costliest material on the earth today is graphene. And graphene, new technology is going on. So carbon is unique in the sense that it has unique property of forming long chain of stable bonding, and it is tetravalent. Actually, if you see the electronic picture of carbon, carbon is having 6 electron. 6 electron means in first there are 2 and in second there are 4. So if you are going to put in subshells, so it will be like this. In first one it will be 2 electrons, then 2, then second one it will be 2, and then remaining for P, Px, Py and Pz. So 4. How many electrons are remaining? 2. 2 will be here. So this is the exact electronic picture of carbon. So according to this electronic picture of carbon, carbon should be divalent because only 2 unpaired electrons are present in its P subshell orbital. But what is happening? From here, one of the electron will be shifted to P3 and it will be hybridized, will give the 4 orbitals, 4 and with 1 electron. So now the 4 orbitals of same energy of sp, it has got 4 valency, so it can form 4 bonds with hydrogen. It can accommodate, it has capacity of accommodating 4 outside elements, and first one is, that is, if 4 hydrogens they are bonding with carbon, that is giving you methane. And today, why we are talking of carbon? Because I have already told you the atmospheric carbon dioxide gas, it is found in the form of rock on the earth, and biomass, that is lot of organic material where the carbon content is there. So all together, the most dangerous ones which are responsible of warming, that is called global warming of our planet, is actually the carbon combined with oxygen and the carbon combined with methane. For example, if there is one molecule of, 1 unit of carbon, it will give 1 unit of heat. And if you take methane, it will give 25 unit of heat. Means methane will give 25 times, will heat our planet 25 times. If you take fluorocarbons, that is carbon combined with fluorine, which are very common in our refrigerator and fridge, it is going to heat 10,000 times as compared to carbon dioxide. And every day we are burning, because we are energy hungry, 10 billion tons of coal, and that burning of 10 billion tons of coal is producing billions of tons of carbon dioxide, which is escaping in atmosphere. Then we are burning hydrocarbon, that is crude oil petroleum, that is producing again billions of tons of carbon dioxide. They are all escaping in atmosphere. So lot of carbon compounds are going in the form of carbon dioxide, in the form of methane, in the form of carbon, that is chlorofluoro compounds, and they are all together, they are known as greenhouse effect, greenhouse gases. And there are some waste material everywhere in agriculture, site, in cities, all waste material, what vegetable we are eating and throwing, they are all waste, and we call them the gases of waste substances, waste gases. They are also producing methane. And lot of these greenhouse gases are escaping in the atmosphere, and it is responsible of damaging our climate and the environmental issue. Actually, in 2022, lot of emerging technologies are there, like nuclear fission. They are going at, in future we will get, they are successful, and nuclear fission. I mean, not fission, fusion means combining up to nuclei, so that we will get clean energy. There will not be the nuclear waste. Also, now artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, they are combined together with new technologies. They are at door. Then ChatGPT is going to replace Google. Also, Elon Musk is going to replace iPhone. New type of phone is coming in the market, which will be very powerful as compared to iPhone. And that is, I think, Elon Musk phone is 5 phone. So lot of new emerging technologies were there in 2022, and at that time Canadian, they introduced 2 new technologies, how to clean the climate, how to reduce drastically the presence of carbon dioxide gases in atmosphere, in climate. So that is one, carbon engineering, and other company, I will mention the name, they are there, and their main role is how to convert carbon dioxide into carbonates, salt, so that all this carbon dioxide gas will be passing. For example, you can say like that, there will be machine here, and from here CO2 will be passing, and here reaction will take place, and it is converted into carbonate salt. And carbonate salt, like magnesium salt, calcium carbonate, magnesium carbonate, potassium carbonate, so many carbonates, they are still there in the form of rock, and they are inert. So how to convert this atmospheric carbon dioxide? Canadian companies, they are trying, and then it will be coming in the form of salt, and here 85% of the carbon dioxide will be converted into carbonate salts, and only 15% will be remaining. So this is one new technology they are doing. And secondly, what we are doing, what atmospheric carbon dioxide is there, CO2, what we are bringing from here to underground, and from underground this is CO2, and once it is reaching here underground, it is underground once it is reaching, and then it is coming from here underground means atmospheric CO2, and once it is reaching to those rocky material, carbonate material, they will blend together, and it will take 1 to 2 years to convert all the billions tons of carbon into a salt and carbonate. So also the dumping to underground, that is also one of the method. And third one is, of course, plantation. So these are major 3 measures we have taken to go towards zero, we call it zero carbon emission. And let me tell you, even if today we have achieved zero carbon target in the atmosphere, still whatever carbon dioxide is there in atmosphere, it is going to stay for another 1000 years. Same quantity will be moving. If it becomes zero today, that no more carbon dioxide is escaping in atmosphere, climate, environment, still the whatever is remaining in our atmosphere, atmospheric air, it will take 1000 years just to convert into any other carbon salve. So whatever I have already told you, I have just written all those in points so that the students can remember all these one by one after seeing these points. Number point is carbon is unique element on earth. I have already given explanation. Reason are making long chain catenation with strong bond. Most of the earth's carbon is in the form of rock. Then rest of the stored carbon is in the form of carbon dioxide. Number 4, it takes 70 to 80 years nowadays to increase the temperature of earth up to 1 degree centigrade, and if in case it goes up to more than 2 degree centigrade temperature, our life, our existence will be in danger. Number 5, 10 billion tons of coal annually is burned on this earth, which is producing billions of tons of carbon dioxide gas, which is escaping in atmosphere, and that is dangerous. And number 6, even if today carbon emission becomes zero, whatever carbon dioxide is present in atmosphere, it will take at least 1000 years to neutralize them. Number 7, we need new technologies. Already Canadians, they have started new technologies. I have given the explanation. The first company that is called Carbon Engineering Company of Canada. If you go to Google and click, Carbon Engineering Company is doing a lot to convert the carbon dioxide into carbonates, where they are successful to convert up to 85% of carbon dioxide into carbonate by their reaction method. And the second one that is called Climeworks. Climeworks company, they are also doing, but they are using membrane technology to filter off the carbon dioxide and to convert into other material. That is called Climeworks company. So these two companies today, they are very new and with new technologies, and they are trying to reduce as much as possible carbon dioxide, that is greenhouse gas, from the atmosphere. Number 8, dumping underground carbon dioxide. I have given the explanation. It will be converted in 1 to 2 years time into different carbonates. So in that case, we can dump millions of tons of carbon dioxide into underground deep, and it will be assimilated in the form of salt. Number 9, warmest year was noticed in 1880, and after that 2022. So 2022 was one of the very warm year. And then here I have given you that carbon dioxide 1 unit heat is given. Just if you take 1 unit, carbon dioxide will give 1 unit, methane will give 25 unit of heat, then chlorofluoro compound will give 10,000 unit of heat, and then nitrous oxide will give 300 unit of heat. So these are all greenhouse gases, how much heat they are giving to our earth. Number 10, largest producer of methane are these 4 countries: Iran, Russia, and Turkmenistan. They are the largest producer of methane gases. Number 11, due to hot and cold gas collision, what happened in 2022? I call it hot and cold gas collision, and that collision at global level, sea level, ocean, where they collide. One side because of warming of the earth, the heat, and other side cold from pole. And one these very cold, very hot gases, when the collision took place, because of that lot of disaster came in 2022, and because of that there was cyclone, storm, and hurricanes, and because of that the global economy lost trillions of dollars That is the biggest blow to economy, and that's why today in 2023 everybody is talking of zero carbon economy. So my good wishes that in future let it become zero carbon, and we are getting neat clean energy, because we are all energy hungry, because of quality of life. So with this, I will stop. And those who are interested in greenhouse gases pollution, lot of particulate, pollution without particle, and then different type of waste material gases, that is waste gases, all my lectures are there on YouTube, and that starts from 400 to 470. There are 70 lectures on global warming and environmental pollution. Those who are interested, they can go to Education Point channel and just write on that YouTube the lecture 400 to 401 on environment by Professor Isaac Khan. You will get the detailed lectures on YouTube, and you can copy down. It will help you a lot. Those who are dealing with environmental pollution or climate changing, all the carbon and chlorofluoro compounds and acid rain, every aspect of climate change and environment pollution is discussed. Once again, thank you very much for watching the lecture.